Most people don't fail financially because they're lazy. They fail because they're comfortable. What if the very thing that makes your life feel stable is the same thing silently keeping you broke? Not fear, not lack of intelligence, comfort. And the worst part, it feels responsible. We're told to chase security, stable job, stable income, stable lifestyle. But stability and growth rarely live in the same room. The system doesn't need you ambitious. It needs you predictable. And comfort makes you predictable. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll start seeing comfort differently, not as peace, but as a psychological trap that feels safe while it quietly limits your financial ceiling. The illusion of safety. Comfort is powerful because it reduces anxiety. Your brain loves that. From an evolutionary perspective, humans are wired to avoid uncertainty. Uncertainty once meant danger. But here's the modern twist. Financial growth requires uncertainty. Investing? Uncertain. Starting a business? Uncertain. Learning high-income skills? Uncertain. Negotiating salary? Uncertain. So your brain whispers, don't risk it. You're fine. And fine becomes your prison. Most people don't hate their job. They tolerate it. They don't love their income. They manage it. They don't feel wealthy, but they feel stable. And stability feels like success. Until 10 years pass. Pause for a second. Are you progressing, or are you maintaining? Comfort bias is the tendency to prefer familiar discomfort over unfamiliar opportunity. Let that sink in. People will stay in underpaid jobs, average investments, stagnant routines, low financial literacy, not because they enjoy them, but because they understand them. Your brain equates familiar with safe, and safe feels intelligent. This is why smart people often stay stuck. Intelligence increases your ability to justify comfort. You rationalize. This isn't so bad. At least I'm not struggling. I'll take risks later. Later becomes never. Comfort bias doesn't scream. It whispers. And whispers are hard to detect. But here's the deeper question. If comfort is so limiting, why does society reward it? Let's go deeper. The system loves comfortable people. Think about this carefully. Banks prefer predictable earners. Employers prefer compliant workers. Consumer brands prefer habitual spenders. The entire economic system is built on behavioral predictability. Comfort stabilizes behavior. When you're comfortable, you don't renegotiate. You don't disrupt. You don't question. You don't build ownership. You consume. Consumption keeps the machine running. Ownership challenges it. Comfort keeps you in consumption mode. And the system rewards short-term comfort with small raises, lifestyle upgrades, easy credit, subscription conveniences. You feel progress. But it's horizontal progress, not vertical. And horizontal progress feels busy without building wealth. Discomfort as a wealth signal. Here's the shift. Discomfort is often a growth signal. If something stretches you financially, learning investing, building a second income, saying no to lifestyle inflation, delaying gratification, that discomfort isn't danger, it's expansion. But comfort bias mislabels expansion as threat. This is why most people upgrade lifestyle before upgrading income. Most people seek peace before building leverage. Most people want balance before building assets. Comfort today, constraint tomorrow, temporary discomfort, freedom later. Two people earn the same income. Person A chooses comfort, upgrades apartment, leases new car, travels frequently. Saves a little. Person B chooses strategic discomfort, keeps living costs stable, invests aggressively, learns equity skills, builds assets quietly. 5 years later, their incomes might still look similar, but their trajectories are not. One optimized for present comfort, the other optimized for future control. Wealth is less about income, more about discomfort tolerance. Why comfort feels right. Comfort reduces cognitive load. Growth increases it. When you study markets, analyze risk, delay purchases, launch something new, your brain works harder. And energy conservation is a survival mechanism. So your brain pushes you back toward ease, not because ease builds wealth, but because ease preserves energy. This is ancient wiring operating in a modern economy. And modern economies reward leverage, not energy conservation. So if comfort bias is natural, how do you escape it without burning out? Here's the answer most people never hear. Strategic discomfort. You don't eliminate comfort. You control it. Comfort becomes earned, not default. Strategic discomfort means choosing growth in specific areas, accepting temporary instability, building assets before upgrading lifestyle, prioritizing ownership over convenience. You create controlled pressure because pressure builds capacity, and capacity builds wealth. Ask yourself 3 questions. Where am I too comfortable financially? What discomfort am I avoiding? If I tolerated that discomfort for 24 months, what changes? Not forever, just 24 months. Most wealth gaps are created in short bursts of controlled discomfort, not lifetime suffering. Comfort isn't evil, but unmanaged comfort is expensive. The people who build wealth aren't fearless. They're comfortable being temporarily uncomfortable. And that changes everything. If this shifted your perspective even slightly, subscribe to Mind and Money. Because we don't just talk about money here. We talk about the psychology controlling it. And next week, we're breaking down why hard work feels productive, but rarely creates wealth. Until then, audit your comfort. Because what feels safe today might be costing you your future.